And I will tell you that the UK Prime Minister Rishi Sunak said on Wednesday that he accepted the remorse of his Conservative Party's top donor after he was embroiled in a row over racism, while the minister suggested that the party might accept more money from him in the future. Frank Hester, who has given about £10 million, that's about $12.8 million to the Conservatives in the last year, has issued an apology after it was reported that he said that looking at the country's longest-serving black lawmaker made him want to hate all black women. Hester said the 2019 comments about Diane Abbott were rude but had nothing to do with her gender nor her skin color. He then later went on to apologize. And now, joining me on the news.
Prime Minister proudly bankrolled by someone using racist and misogynist language when he says the member for Hackney North and Stoke Newington makes you want to hate all black women.
Mr. Speaker, as I said, the comments were wrong, they were racist. He has rightly apologised for them, and that remorse should be accepted, Mr. Speaker. There is no place for racism in Britain, and the government that I lead is living proof of that. Today, we're introducing legislation to quash convictions resulting from this scandal. The Department for Business and Trade will be responsible for the new redress scheme, and we're widening access to the optional £75,000 payment. Hundreds of innocent sub-postmasters have fought long and hard for justice. With this bill, we will deliver.
And now joining me on the news to discuss this is Olabode Oseni, International Affairs Analyst. Good evening to you, Oseni.
Thank you very much, Lekon, for having me.
All right, cool. So can you elaborate on the acceptance of Frank Hester's remorse over his comments regarding Diane Abbott? Do you believe that his apology adequately addresses the concerns raised by his remarks?
Of course not. And Frank Hester is one of the not many fanatics who at the same time are very rich. They have a deep pocket and they think they can do whatever they like with their money. And they can also say whatever they like with their money. But what it shows is clearly the kind of the large number of racists among us in the UK or even somewhere else in America and some other European countries. So you find fanatics like him who will just open their mouth and say very, very insensitive words, very uncomplimentary things about foreigners or immigrants, even though some of them are also immigrants. But that's what you get here. So what Frank Hester has done is not new. We also do sometimes have some of the labor donors who also do similar things. So it's a kind of ongoing thing. It's not really regular, it's not all the time, but you find it most of the time.
So we see that the Conservative Party has received significant donations from Frank Hester to the tune of about £10 million in different instances. Now, how do you respond to the criticism that accepting donations from individuals with controversial views could actually reflect poorly on the party's values?
Again, it's just the issue of is it chicken or egg before chicken or something like that. These are donations that all the political parties need. Having said that, it should not be too difficult for all the political parties of different shape and sizes to tell donors and say, please, because you are going to give us so much money, you do not have the right to malign or say things that are not acceptable about opponents or oppositions or about anybody. Diane Abbott is one of the longest serving MP in the UK. She's been there, I think, since 1987. And she's a well-known figure. And it is unacceptable for anybody, not to talk of people that think they have all the money, to start calling her names and even saying to the extent that he does not, Diane Abbott is a reflection of black women, that she doesn't like them. That is not unacceptable. It's very, very insensitive. But then again, the party can say as much. So at the end of the day, the money Frank Esther is donating is a kind of the part of the money they need to campaign. So that's why I'm saying, is it the chicken or the egg or whatever it is? We might say as much, but at the end of the day, the money will probably still be taken. It is, you don't want to start calling that as a blood money. The next time, I think they should be told that that is not acceptable, very, very sensitive, and so on. And also, I must quickly say, the Labour has been battling with the problem of anti-Semitism. These are very, very strong campaign that have been used against Labour. So it is what it is in politics in Western Europe. And finally, it's been institution like this since the end of the abolition. It has always been the two, white against black, black against white, and all that kind of things. So it's just not going to stop so soon.
So then, to prevent situations like this, do you think it would be wise for greater scrutiny of donors and, of course, checking their backgrounds to ensure that they align with the values of the Conservative Party and they do not say anything that could be incriminating or speaks to the issue around racism?
Yeah, that's what I say, Lekon. At the end of the day, I don't want to use Nigerian proverb. Say, if you are hungry and you say you don't want to eat from your enemy's pocket or food, did your friend cook anything at all? The answer is probably no. So the money means a lot towards the campaign of most of the political parties. Yes, no doubt about it that standard should be set. People that want to donate should be told. See, because you are not going to use the opportunity that you are giving us 10 million, 1 million, whatever, to start calling people names. It is not it's unacceptable. But then again, you still find some fanatics, like I said at the beginning. Some of these people are fanatics. They think it's an opportunity to latch out. The kind of people they are racist. But then again, is there any place in racism in politics of Western Europe? None. Because we'll probably be taking the whole story back to the time of slavery and so on and so forth. So the values is very important. But at the end of the day, also the money for the party is also very important. Okay. All what I can suggest here is tell people, donors not to say certain things. Then again, that's how much the political party can do. Probably not more than that.
Okay. Olabode Hussaini, thank you so much for talking to us.
Thank you very much.